Hey, so do you ever find yourself program hopping, or your workout program's getting stale, or you can't figure out how much volume you should be doing, or you just need something new and unique to add to your tool belt of things you can do? Well, I have something for you today that you might not have heard of, and I'm going to run it down for you right now. Okay, so this is a rep method that I've used on and off, um, in cycles here and there over the years with great success. I've used it on um, programming for some of my clients, and they've had really good success. I like to call it the 40 rep method. And what that basically is you pick your weight. It's a moderate amount of weight. Think of like an 8 or 9 rep max, and you're doing it in one continuous rest pause fashion until you achieve 40 reps. Basically, you would take something you would be doing normally for, 4 sets of 10 ish, or, 4 sets of 8, 4 sets of 9, somewhere around that range, and you're just trying to get 40 reps with it as fast as you can. That's your challenge. Um, so it's not really sets, it's more just one long set where you take little mini breaks in the end and you have these clusters of reps until you're finished. And a big reason that I'm a fan of this style is that it keeps you on task. It's forcing you to challenge yourself and get it done as quickly as you can. A lot of times when we rest between sets, we don't really know how long we rested between sets, and I mean, you never really see someone in the gym with a stopwatch, resting between sets and knowing exactly how much they're doing between sets. Not often. But with this rep scheme, you're just going and getting there as quick as you can. So your first little cluster of reps might look like 8 or 9 reps, right? You never want to go to complete failure on these. You want to go to near failure. Like think 1 rep in the tank. So you might start off, you might get 9 reps on your first one, and then you might get 7 on your next one, and then 5, 5, 5, 4, 3, 2. However many it takes to get to 40 reps. You might be near the end and so tired because you kept your rest times between clusters really low, and you're like going 2, 2, 2, 1. It doesn't matter. It's just get that 40 reps as quick as you can. I love it because the accumulating fatigue and the muscle damage and the lactic buildup that happens with it is unreal. The pump is insane. It's done quickly, and just make sure that you're keeping your rest, in your little mini clusters, no more than 30 seconds. You really want to just be like redlining the whole way through this. It's great for hypertrophy and strength gains. It's great for just shaking things up. Um, I found that 40 with 8 or 9 rep maximum um, load is pretty appropriate, and it's a pretty good volume. It's a good sweet spot. It doesn't really burn you out too much, as long as you're doing these in like a full body, workout split, or an upper body day, lower body day, or a push pull. This isn't something you want to do if you're doing like a chest day and doing like 4 different chest exercises. I don't know if I would want to do this method for every one of those exercises, because then, yeah, you might be teetering on some burnout and some central nervous system fatigue, and overreaching and overtraining, and all those things. So with that little warning said, I mean, be sure not to overdo it. Like I said, I like to use it with a few compound lifts in the workout, maybe 1 or 2 accessory lifts, and call it good. But the 40 reps, your muscles are going to be screaming. The burn is insane. And just remember, we want to stimulate and not completely annihilate the muscle. We definitely want to beat the crap out of it, but we don't want to be crawling out of the gym every single time we go work out. Um, Most of us don't have the sleep schedule or the strict dietary regimen to back that kind of training up. So be realistic with yourself. And yeah, give this method a shot for a couple months. Maybe program this into one of your major lifts or exercises that you do during each training day, and see how it turns out for you. Give it an honest try for a few weeks, and see if it gives you a nice little boost or shove in the right direction, or keeps things interesting for you. I will throw a video on here now demonstrating it with front squats, and let me know what you think. Thanks, guys. Okay, 40 rep style. I chose to use front squats for this. I wasn't sure exactly the amount I should be using for this, so I went with 225 pounds. It ended up working just about perfectly. So you'll see I'll sit there and I'll bang out my first cluster of reps, which I believe was 9. Any more than that, and my form kind of started getting dodgy there. Put the weight down. I'm just resting enough to catch a little bit of my breath. I'm not letting my muscles recover. Some big, deep belly breaths. Don't breathe through your chest, breathe into your belly. And I'm ready to bang out another cluster here, trying to keep the rest times short. You'll see that I have 10-pound plates under my feet. I had some ankle mobility issues, and rather than bend too far forward with the bar, I decided to elevate my heels a little bit, and that kind of helped keep me a little more upright. So there we go, bang down another, I think 7. So I'm up to 16, if I'm doing my math right. I think I'm right now wondering if this is all worth it. This is absolutely terrible. This is a grind. Just a few big deep breaths and I'm ready to go again. You have to start mentally psyching yourself up and not cheating yourself. You'll find that you want to rest a little bit longer than you should. See, I racked the bar here. See, my butt's kind of coming out a little bit. My upper torso's coming a little forward. Don't ever sacrifice form for eking out a couple extra reps. You know, set it down, recover, get ready to bang out another cluster. 9, 7, I think that was 6.
Yep.
I'm ready to pick it up again. Another 6. So 9, 7, 6, 6. I'm up to 28. Big belly breaths. Trying to expand your ribs and not your chest. Deep down into your belly. It's a more efficient breath. It's a bigger breath. Right now I'm rethinking every decision I've ever made in my life that's led me to this point. This is no fun. My legs are screaming at me right now. My lungs are on fire. And I'm mentally just trying to fight resting longer than I should. At this point, I just want to get it over with. Muscles are on fire. The pump is stupid. ready for another 4. Good. Trying to walk around. I'm just trying to put my mind somewhere else right now. This is pretty awful. This is a very demanding lift. Very demanding compound lift. Any lower body compound lift is going to be super demanding, especially when you're doing these 40 reps. So you'll tend to take a little bit longer of a rest probably than you would with an upper body lift, but try and keep these rests, you know, under 30 seconds. So it's more of a rest pause and not like quick sets. Think clusters. I think this is my last 4 reps. Trying to keep it as strict as possible, but the fatigue is definitely there. There we go, 40 reps. It shouldn't take you longer than 5-6 minutes.